morning, everyone. I'm Lisa Gelhaus. I'm the Public Affairs Director for the National Center for Assisted Living, and with me this morning is Howie Groff, President of the Hillwood Care Centers and the immediate past chair of NCAL. Howie today is participating in the Senate Aging Committee Assisted Living Roundtable, and I have a few questions for him. What are the main points that you want to make at the roundtable today?
Well, I think first and foremost, Lisa, what we want to do is make a bold statement that regulations need to remain at the state level. That's where they are currently. We don't see a reason for federalizing those. Here's why. The states have proven year in and year out that they can make the modifications necessary as we see our acuity levels go up, our service levels, as you would, increasing. And in fact, this year, 18 states made changes to their regulations, including 6 of those who actually made major changes. A lot of those related to care for dementia residents, Alzheimer's as you would have it, and where they need specialized services. So we think that's very important. Secondly, we need to educate folks on what's really getting paid as it relates to Medicaid in assisted living. I'll compare that to nursing homes. In a nursing home, it's an all-inclusive rate. It not only pays for services, but it pays for activities, in addition to room and board, the housing component, heat, light, and power. In assisted living, Medicaid only pays for services. It does not pay for the housing, the food, nor the energy. So what we need to do is make sure everybody understands that there's a wide gap. As we look forward, and we know states are challenged right now with their budgets, any cut to the home and community-based service area will just further exacerbate this issue.
Okay. Well, picking up on one point, which is that Medicaid for assisted living does not cover room and board. Explain NCAL's new idea that you use HUD's housing vouchers to cover the housing or the room and board portion of Medicaid.
Again, what we want to look at is knowing there's a component that does pay for services. We want to figure out how can we augment that with existing programs. HUD already has a program where it gives housing vouchers to low-income folks. What we're asking is, can we see that expanded to care for residents in an assisted living and thereby covering the housing, the food, and the heat, light, and power where they are going to live in an assisted living.
Okay. Speaking of residents in home and community-based settings, CMS has an effort. They have a proposed rule where they want to define what home and community-based settings are. Explain what NCAL's concern is with that rule.
The preliminary definition we're seeing for the housing component description that they have would be a housing environment, meaning that you would have a kitchen, you'd have a separate bath, a living space. The problem we have with that is that doesn't always describe the existing assisted livings we see today. Some of them have different models. Currently, about 131,000 people are served through Medicaid in a assisted living today. What we're concerned about is if this definition were to prevail, where would those folks go? Because they would no longer be there. What we want to make sure is the assisted livings that exist today that are caring for these Medicaid residents can continue to do so in the future because they're doing the job that they were asked to do, fulfilling the needs of these residents.